What's good, everybody? We are back again for another special episode of the No Hedging Podcast. I go by the name of Rip16, the GOAT.
I'm tired of fly jet.
And we are the mighty No Hedging Podcast duo, and we are back for week 3 of the NFL season.
Yes, sir.
But before we get into it, make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel a lot. We got a lot of stuff in motion, a lot of things we're trying to get going over here, so we just need y'all support and y'all help doing so. So make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And quickly popping off this show, man, gotta bring back one of my personal favorite ways to start the show. It's a little bitty segment I like to call GOATtalk. Can I get a Stone Cold Steve Austin? What? Trash. Bubba Dub voice. But anyway, I know this first 2 weeks of the season been a little shaky for a lot of people. I've been checking the temperature, pulled out my thermometer, pulled out a stethoscope. We did a little heart check on some people. Did everything, and people not liking it. They ain't vibing. But it's week 3, and good things happen in threes. So, hey, man, if you was down, you was getting your ass cooked, it's all right. Just flip your ass on over to the other side and change your bet. Change your plays. Change your dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Reverse that energy. Vegas been kicking your ass. Kick their ass back. This is week 3. This is the week we get our lick back.
Crazy work.
So make sure that y'all tap in, because we've been giving out some good picks. Hell, even Remy the Dawg gave out a good pick last week. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all lock in. And make sure y'all win.
What's L?
Share the goddamn bets.
I never been known to take those.
But without further ado, let's pop this show off. You want to start with a classic? What we like to give the people?
Takeaways.
Takeaways.
Let's get to it.
What do you got?
Yeah, so I think we start with the game of the week from last week, which was the Super Bowl, quote-unquote, rematch between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles.
It was.
In Arrowhead. Low-scoring game. Very underwhelming, to say the least. But it was a defensive game. Or was it a defensive game? Or was it a lack of the offense that Kansas City wasn't able to muster up?
I mean, Philly didn't put up a whole lot of points either. But I think you do make a very interesting point about that KC offense. What do you think is the key aspect of the offense that's the problem? Are they the dog?
He is a problem.
He's the dog. Okay.
Yeah, he's the problem. The main thing I think is wrong with that offense is right now they don't have a run game. It seems as if Patrick Mahomes is the run game. He's doing a lot of rushing right now. He's running the ball more now than what we've seen him run before. Like, he usually doing these type of runs like in the playoffs and stuff like that. But I think it starts there with a lack of a run game.
Is it because they're putting more faith in Pacheco? Do you think that's what they originally have? Just faith that Pacheco is going to play better or be better? Because
I honestly don't even think that's the case. I just think that, historically they haven't been like a great running team anyways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of it. I think just the lack of the run game is forcing Patrick Mahomes to run the football more and take it upon himself to be the run game. But it goes into the fact that they don't have any star receivers out there.
Yeah, I was
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got Rashee Rice, who's out for a few weeks. They'll get him back soon, but the time is ticking. You're going
He's
to.
not gonna be back to like week 6.
Time is ticking. You can't drop too many games like that this early. Obviously the first loss was against the Chargers, which we'll talk about a little bit later as one of the better teams in the league. And then they dropped this game against the Philadelphia Eagles, which is also one of the better teams in the league as well. So it's like, okay, I don't think there's you have to ring the alarm on the Chiefs just yet because of who they played. But I think, if we talking about they lost to Miami and they lost to the Carolina Panthers, then it'll be alarming.
Yeah,
but
we're gonna get into that.
Yeah,
too,
but we're talking about
two
two top top teams in the league that they lost to. Fairly, I guess the Chargers game was a little bit more
it was a division match
out of control for them, but the Philly game, they had an opportunity to win that game. I think it just, along with on the Philly side of things, that tush push shit has been kind of like the talking point of the last season, and is going to be the talking point of this season.
Yeah, they've been talking about it for 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, they can do it because Jalen Hurts hits the gym and he works out. Josh Allen can do it because he's also a big ass quarterback. So, I mean, you can hate the play all you want, but I mean, everybody has the option to try to do the play.
Yeah.
They just can't execute the play to the quality. So, I mean, using personnel for their specific skill sets, I mean, I can't be too mad at them. Whether you sick of it or not, like, I can't be too mad at them for utilizing your skill sets to the best of your ability. I mean, that's just what it is.
Yeah. But I will say they did play better. Kansas City's defense played a little bit better this game as far as the pass goes.
Definitely.
In comparison to how they played against the Chargers. So I've seen an improvement there. It's just the lack of offense right now is what's been kind of killing them.
Yeah, I think that wide receiving point is a huge one, and that may be part of why Pat is scrambling so much. I mean, nobody's getting open for real.
Yeah.
I mean, Hollywood Brown can't be your number one receiver. That's just not going to work. Like, Kelsey is older now, and Hollywood Brown is your number one receiver.
Juju's older.
Juju's older. I mean, he has to take off. They're not getting open. I mean, that's just what it is. So, I mean, he's trying to make something out of nothing, but I would be precautious if I'm Andy Reid to not utilizing that run game a little bit more, just because you don't want to hurt Pat early on in the damn season with all this scrambling he's doing. I seen him lower his shoulder and drop somebody early. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the energy, but I mean,
he got that dog in him.
He got the dog in him. But I don't know about my quarterback lowering shoulders to drop people. Yeah. So,
but yeah, I'm not concerned about the Chiefs right now. They got the Giants next Sunday Night Football.
Speaking of the Giants, is Russ cooking?
Is Russ cooking?
Let's talk about your New York Football Giants.
Yeah.
They had a shootout with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, they did.
Went in overtime.
Yes, they did.
Russ was cooking, though.
Shouldn't have went to overtime.
No. Should not.
So,
but it did.
So I had a lot of people, say, "Oh, the Giants, they played good, man. You should be happy. They did good. They did a no, no. This defense that we were so excited about gave up 40 points.
They did.
You see what I'm saying?
They did.
This defense that we were so excited about,
they did,
allowed this game to go to overtime.
Truth be told, the offense has been playing better than the defense. Well, in that particular game.
In this game,
first game,
for sure. This game, for sure.
First game, it was just bad. But
this defense that we're talking about allowed Dallas to get in range to kick a 64-yard field goal to get in overtime.
Thank you, Aubrey.
This defense that we're talking about has, let us down this game. Like, yes, I'm excited about the offense. In this game, we threw the ball. Russ threw for 450-some yards, 3 touchdowns. He did phenomenal, but he had that one terrible pick in overtime that kind of blew it. That one pick right there kind of sealed the deal because that gave cooking. Dallas 3 opportunities in overtime to win the game.
Oh, what you said earlier, Russ was cooking. What happened when he threw that pick?
He put a little too much salt on it. Put too much salt on the pork, on the pig skin. He put a little too much salt on it.
He was cooking till he threw that pick, boy.
Yeah, so I mean, it's things to be excited about, what we saw. But at the same time, this is Dallas defense that I spoke on previously and mentioned that their secondary isn't good. That mentioned that they're not a good defense. So this was to be expected.
The concern out of Dallas a lot was the pass rush, which they were able to generate a decent pass rush.
That was that, but
late in the game.
I already knew the Dallas secondary is not good. But without the pass rush kind of masked the lack of the secondary.
I mean, but is throw the ball to Malik Neighbors every play a viable plan? Because I think I heard the announcer
what I tell you about Wan'Dale Robinson?
Threw that pass down there and said Malik is over there somewhere.
Yeah. What did I tell you about Wan'Dale Robinson though? You was like, oh, Wan'Dale Robinson. I don't know about no Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale Robinson is a good 2. He gets targets. He gets third down completions, third down conversions. He got the speed. He's a very reliable receiver. So that's the other option outside of Malik Neighbors. He was the one that caught the first touchdown.
Okay, but he's doing that against the Dallas secondary that you also just said is not that good.
Exactly. So that's why I'm not giving them too much credit right now. I got to see it. I got to see more.
Well, I wasn't giving Dallas that much credit.
Yeah, I'm not giving neither team credit.
Yeah.
Neither. Dallas defense is terrible still, and the Giants team is still terrible because they can't finish games. That's just what it is. I don't care if you played a great game. You threw for 450, 3 touchdowns, scored 37 points. If you can't finish games, it's for nothing. We play the game to win the game. You see what I'm saying? So all that shit about great game, all that that shit don't mean nothing.
Pissed off Giants fan here.
Come on, man. Get out of here.
Pissed off Giants fan here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can definitely understand your standpoint. Valid points. I think one of my other takeaways from the weekend had to be Joe Burr. Out for 3 months with a toe injury. That is not good for the Bengals, who are off to a pretty good start to the season and winning their first 2 games. Concerned. Level of concern here is probably pretty high in my book. Just because of the simple fact of we haven't really seen that much out of Chase Brown as of yet. He has not been generating rushing yards worth a damn. But I think you're going to have to rely on the run game a little bit more if you got Jake Browning as the starting quarterback. As of now, I don't know if they're going to try to pick up somebody.
I mean, Jake Browning didn't do too terrible in previous seasons, when he came in.
Yeah.
But is it
going to be enough for them to be in playoff contention?
Possibly. I don't know. Who's to say?
Does
I mean, they
this
still
take
got
them
the
from
weapons.
contender to
They still got
pretender?
the weapons over there.
They still got Jamar Chase.
Now, the real question is, can we start labeling Joe Burrow as injury prone? I mean, this is another season.
2 seasons back to back.
This is another season where he's been injured. Well, this is like the 3rd season where he's been injured.
This is 3rd in total. He probably had 1, 2 out of 5 seasons where he was healthy.
Yeah.
So that's problematic.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's the cause of the injuries. I'm not sure if
Offensive
it's protection.
line. Protection. A lot of talk has been about him wanting the home run balls all the time. One of the big plays.
You got Jamar Chase.
Not taking the check downs, trying to,
But
hit the jackpot.
I do think this is a super cause for concern if you're the Bengals as an organization, staff, record label, and as a motherfucking crew. You probably want to pull one of the Chargers move and go after you a high profile offensive lineman like Joe Alt.
Yeah.
Because it truly does change the whole dynamic. I seen Joe Alt's blocks, like highlights of some of his blocks and pancakes and all these other things that he is annihilating defensive lines at times.
And it's important in that division, right? Think about who they play.
Super important.
Who they play. They play Myles Garrett and the Browns.
You need blocking.
They play Pittsburgh and what's the damn edge rusher? Can't even think of his damn name. Damn, TJ Watt. TJ Watt.
Need a blocker.
And you play the Ravens with all those pass rushers they got. So it's like you're in a division where you need a good offensive line, and they seem like to not have that ever.
Nah, he needs some protection because you can't afford to keep having your high-profile franchise quarterback go down. I mean, it's putting you in bad positions. Now, the saving grace for them is this injury has happened so early on in the season that you possibly get him back later in the season, maybe like around week 3 months. It's about 12 games. Well, 11 games.
Week 14.
You're probably going to get him back by week 14. So you're going to have him for like the last month of the season. But the possibly question, if he's going to be back.
But can Jake Browning do enough to keep them in playoff contention?
Can you be in contention? So I don't know. This definitely shifted them into the pretender round.
Yeah.
Just because you're going to have to run about 12 games, 11 to 12 games with a backup quarterback at least.
Yeah.
But speaking of contenders and pretenders.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into it.
There's another wonderful segment of this show. Last season it was named Besides the Chiefs. Seeing how Chiefs got their behinds handed to them and handed to them again in the Super Bowl rematch, we had to change the name to Besides the Eagles.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. EAGLEAGLE. But besides the Eagles, who are obviously a contender after going up 2-0 and winning the Super Bowl last season, who else you looking at as a nice contender this year?
Yeah, there's been a lot of noise around this organization, around this team prior to the season kicking off. Your 1B team. I don't know if they're 1A or 1B. I don't know how you look at it now. I don't know. 1A, 1B, it changes week by week, I guess, with you.
No, it don't.
But the Los Angeles Chargers, man, I think they are definitely in the contender category in the NFL, especially for the AFC. I think they can compete with the Buffalo Bills. They can compete with the Baltimore Ravens.
I told you.
What I've been seeing out of Justin Herbert has been phenomenal. They've been passing the ball like a little bit more than I expected them to.
I think it's because of Joe Alt.
It's Joe Alt, and then also another year in this offense, which is good too, because this is the second year in this offense with Justin Herbert.
And the wide receiving core has gotten better.
Yeah, wide receiving core has gotten
drastically better.
The defense has been playing very well also. Like, they fly to the football. The only concern right now is Khalil Mack with that arm injury. But other than that, I mean, they still have a good defense. They're secondary. They fly around to the football. They're very active. They make tackles. They're aggressive.
I heard one of the announcers it was a pause-worthy statement, but it did make a lot of sense. He said they have a lot of redundant bodies on the defense. Yeah. He was like, just meaning if somebody goes down, they can bring in somebody with a similar build to that player to kind of step in. And
it was Bud Dupree.
Henley made some plays last night.
Oh, he made a lot of plays.
A lot of plays.
He was all over the place.
Derwin James, again, showing why he's been a Pro
Bowler.
Still,
the DB, he was solid.
It's a lot of guys on that defense who swarm to the ball and make plays happen, whether they contesting a pass, making a tackle, coming in, getting a sack, putting pressure on the quarterback. It's just a lot of players making plays consistently. Yeah. And I think that's special about that defense because they've really been a brick wall.
And they don't give up the big plays.
No, they've been on them. Yeah. They haven't had too many of those bombs. I think I seen Jacoby break loose on one of them, but that was about it. Yeah. They locked it down.
They don't give up too many explosive plays. And then, what makes them a contender as well is they're 2-0 in the division right now. Beat the Chiefs, beat the Raiders.
Hey, Coach said you can't be 3-0 if you're not 2-0. Yeah. That's what Coach said.
So look, you got some division wins early. You leading your division in wins right now. The other teams in the division is taking losses. Broncos just lost to the Colts. So
that was crazy.
That helps them as well become that contender spot. And like I said, they can finish in the top of the AFC with Buffalo and Baltimore.
Hey, like I told you, I think they got a real chance at winning the division this year. Yeah. And if they keep this up, stay as healthy as possible, I absolutely think they have a real chance at winning the division, especially if you starting off with 2 division wins already. And you have a good possibility, and they showed their next 5 games. Honestly, they have a very good possibility of winning those games with the way they currently been playing. So the Chargers, I 100% agree on this pick. I told you. But speaking of something you just mentioned,
who been pretending?
Yeah,
who's phony baloney?
I'm still not convinced by the Colts. They 2-0.
They 2-0, bro.
They are 2-0. Daniel fucking Jones.
Daniel Jones, comeback player of the year. Daniel Jones, MVP.
I can't believe it. I just can't. Something in my spirit is just like it's yelling pretenders. Yeah, I know they went to it. It's Daniel fucking Jones, bro. I can't. Jonathan Taylor is a good running back, right?
Great.
The defense has been stepping up to make some stops, I guess, when needed. But
they score on every possession.
They score. But my thing is, okay, your first win, you got it against the Broncos. I mean, your second win you just got was against the Broncos.
First
right?
one was against the Dolphins.
The first one was against the Dolphins. I'm not giving
The
you no credit.
dysfunctional Dolphins.
I'm not giving you no credit for beating the Dolphins.
Okay.
We clocked out Tua and McDaniels last week.
Okay.
And he was in the press conference looking like he got caught cheating and his girlfriend made him issue a public
You seen
apology.
that? He played the game to win the game. I was like, what are you
I
talking
was
about?
like, what? But
No wonder these guys won out.
He is stressed.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving you no credit for beating the Dolphins.
Okay.
Skip that. You get a little bit of credit for beating the Broncos.
A little bit. That's a good defense.
That was good defense. But
The Broncos should have won that game.
But I'm not convinced though. I'm just not convinced.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's gonna last. I feel like this is you know how you when the grease first when the food first hit the grease, when you drop it in there and it boil up and it get all hot and then it just simmers down.
Mm-hmm.
It simmers down. And I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like we're catching a flash in the pan right now, and then after that it's just gonna simmer down. So about week 4 or 5, it's gonna look like a different team. I don't know. I would like to see them against a legit one of these teams that we put up in here and we call a contender. I like to see them against one of them.
Okay.
Then I'll have some more faith in the Colts.
Fair enough.
And I've in the past years I've been highly supportive of the Colts, so it's not like I'm hating on the Colts.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. I'm not convinced yet.
I got you.
But
They are 2-0 in their division.
they are 2-0 in a weak division.
Yeah, they are 2-0 in their
but
division.
they are 2-0
Yeah.
nonetheless. They do have a chance at actually making the playoffs.
Yeah, they do. They do.
But speaking of some teams, and we just mentioned one of them, so I think we should take another shift to another wonderful segment. It's fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a controversial segment, but a lot of things we say in this segment, once it happened, it damn sure changes the teams.
Yeah.
It's a segment we like to call "Clock Out for Me, Big Dog."
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead and clock out.
Clock out.
Right now?
Yeah.
Fuck out, pack your shit
Okay.
into your locker, bring your box, and security escort them to the door.
Yeah. So usually we talk about this
They
segment.
clocked out Cool for
Yeah,
a
they
week.
did. They got him out of
benched
there.
him.
He's done.
5 kicks.
He's done.
Parker Romo came in.
He's done.
And Lord knows we love Cool in Atlanta.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
We do.
No, you don't.
This how much they love Cool. This how
don't.
much they love Cool. They benched him.
Mm-hmm. They didn't
They
release
didn't
him.
release him. I mean,
Yeah.
most of the time, kickers be fucking up. You're getting released.
They just put him in the doghouse
They
for a
put him
minute
in the doghouse
to show
and they
him
brought
like,
somebody
look,
else.
we
It was
ain't
like,
playing.
look, somebody can make these kicks.
Yeah.
And he made 5 of them.
Yeah, he made every single one. The first one's a little iffy, but he made the other ones.
And it looked like he going to be kicking again against the Panthers now. If he
Yeah.
kick good
He's
against
done.
the Panthers.
No more Cool. It's gone Cool. But usually when we do this segment, it's about players, coaches, or GMs, organizations we want
Right.
to be done.
Right, for sure.
Just in general.
Yeah.
But in this case, I'm talking about Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be done.
Yeah.
I want him to be done with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I think it's time for him to clock out of Miami. I think he needs to go to another organization.
I think he been wanting to clock out.
He been wanting to clock himself out for about 2 years. 2 seasons he's been talking about leaving the team, leaving the organization. They just keep bringing him back in. I guess they got to pay him, so it's like, okay. Tua and him just haven't seemed to been able to connect like they have in recent years.
Tua wants this man to, track the ball. I'm like, bro, how about you throw the ball and
Throw it
stride?
accurately. Yeah,
how
throw
about
it
you
accurately.
throw it accurately?
Yeah, so like Xavier Howard said, he was like he was a defensive back for Miami before he moved to play for a different team now. He said, you take away Tua's first read, he's done. He's cooked. And that's usually that's what's happening because Tua is a quick pass quarterback. He's 1, 2, 3, the ball's out. Ball's out. When you take away that first read, it ain't there. Now that's when shit gets a little iffy. He gets sacked. He gets concussed. He overthrows the ball.
You gotta start thinking about it. That's when.
But Tyreek Hill, I think it's time to voice a little bit louder. Let them know you want to be gone from Miami. I understand Miami's a nice, fun city. It's a beautiful place to be. Beautiful place to be. But
you might need to get out of Miami.
if you want to
anyway. You
win,
got too many chicas.
if you want to win, you want to play for meaningful football games. Go to a different team. I think a good team that might look at them, that should look at them, might be the Raiders. They need somebody like that. They need somebody explosive like that. That'll be cool.
It would.
But
I don't think he's gonna be happy over there either, though.
Clock out. Well, I think so because Geno Smith is very accurate with the football. So what he's missing is accuracy. That was pressure. That was pressure. He was getting pressure. That's pressure. That's pressure. But I was saying, you get Geno Smith because the problem that Tyreek Hill is having is accuracy with his quarterback. You pair him up with one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league, Geno Smith, 72% completion percentage. It makes sense. And they don't. And the Raiders, they don't have that guy. I mean, they have Jacoby, but I mean, he ain't him. You know what I mean? So get Tyreek Hill out there. They're more explosive
Jacoby
offense.
Got some speed. Jacoby with Tyreek Hill would be another speedy offense.
And then Brock Bowers on there, and then Ashton Genty. That's a good team right there.
Speedy offense with some accuracy. I can see that being a good
explosive.
spot.
So Ty, clock out. Who you got?
Another person I would like to call to the front of the congregation are actually two players from the same organization. Let's call Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave up for the exact same damn reason. Not that they need to quit playing football. They just need to quit doing it for the Saints.
Wasting their talent.
Kamara in particular is wasting his talent. Chris Olave might be wasting his life because they are putting him in danger. He keeps getting thrown into danger and thrown into terrible situations, which might cost him his life. The concussions are real, and Chris Olave definitely needs to be protective of that and being mindful. Now, Spencer Rattler had himself a pretty good throwing game last game, threw 3 touchdowns and whatnot. But frankly, I don't trust it against a good defense.
Right.
You're throwing them into traffic. You're throwing them into dangerous situations. I think they just need to clock out of that organization and get somewhere safer. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, it might not be them though. I think it's just the GM, whoever their GM is. After Sean Payton left, it's just been. It hasn't been it.
They've had a hard time trying to establish.
Well, not even Sean Payton. It was Drew Brees and then Sean Payton. And then
when Drew Brees left, it was a problem.
Yeah.
Because they've been on a quarterback roller coaster ever since.
Yeah, so that's been their issue. And until they get that figured out, it was a quarterback issue, and then it was a coaching. Now it's a coaching issue. Now it's a quarterback and a coaching issue. So it's like.
Which is why Kamara needs to stop wasting his talent, and Chris Olave needs to stop wasting his health.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's who we got for Clock Out For Me, Big Dog. All right, man, moving on to another wonderful segment. We gave y'all our do's, don'ts, aired some grievances, talked about a few special key points and special key teams to look out for. But let's go ahead and shift into week 3. Enough of that week 2 talk. Let's talk MustSeeTV for week 3.
Who we watching this week?
Who you watching, brother? I mean, I think it's one. When we looked at the schedule, we was looking at the games, looking at point spreads, looking at all these things. It was one game. It was probably 2, but one game in particular that really, really jumped off the page, and that was the Detroit Lions versus the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
What you thinking about this game?
I think the reason why this one jumped off the page is because of who the teams, because of the
teams we expected them to be going
teams that we
into
expect
the
them to be going into the season, or the teams that we expect that we know them to be in previous seasons. I think that's more so the case.
Both of these teams 1-1.
Yeah, both 1-1. The Lions put on a ass kicking to the Chicago.
Put belt to ass.
Oh my God!
On their old offensive coordinator Ben
They
Johnson,
dropped
and they was
50
petty.
piece. Oh yeah.
They was petty. They ran a play. They ran a play
They
as a
wanted.
touchdown.
They
Sally.
were intentional
That was
about
Ben
handling.
Johnson.
They were intentional about getting that dub against them and burying them.
They was already up by like 3 touchdowns and went for it on 4th down.
Yeah,
Kicking
didn't
the
care.
field goal. Petty.
Now, the question is going to be, is this who the Lions really are? Because this was the Lions of last year. Or was this just one of those games like revenge game, get back game for you leaving us to go to play with our rival in the division? So that's kind of what I'm looking to see. I want to see if this Lions team is still explosive like that when they play a high caliber team like the Baltimore Ravens. Because we can all say right now, Chicago isn't a good team. They are not good. They have a lot of injuries in the secondary. The offense still needs to find some rhythm. It's not clicking yet.
They new together, so I mean they need time.
They need time. So it's not clicking yet offensively, defensively. They just banged up in the secondary. So they gave up 50 points. So that's that's bad. A problem. So that's Chicago. So when you play against a team like the Baltimore Ravens, where the talent level is intensified beef products, you know what I'm saying? We got to see if Detroit offense can really muster up all these points like they did in that scenario. So I don't know. Baltimore, they had a longer break as well. They played last Monday, Sunday or Monday night, so they had a longer break. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think I like the Ravens in this game. I'm not going to lie. It's just Lamar, man. Them running quarterbacks like Lamar, he try to get shit done. Jared Goff is a sitting duck back there, so it's like I see sacks coming. So I don't know. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in agreement with you. I do think it'll be a fun game to watch to kind of see what level exactly, because we already said in our preseason episode that we saw a regression from the Lions a little bit. So I'm just interested to see how much of a regression we're going to see. And I do think this is one of those games where we can really get a very good barometer of where they are. It's early in the season for both teams, so win, lose, or draw for either team, they still have plenty of room and time ahead of them to right the ship or correct whatever it is. But I think this is a great time for both of these teams to play another good team so that they can fine-tune their teams, whether it be offensively, defensively, special teams, whatever you need to do. I think it's a good spot for them to play each other, but I am kind of in agreement with you as far as leaning towards the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm
the play calling.
I'm going towards the Ravens. I think they're at home too. Jared Goff doesn't play well outside the stadiums and outdoors.
But it's not bad weather.
And it's not. But historically, he just doesn't play well in outside stadiums. And then the Ravens, I'm pretty sure they felt like they let one slip when they played Buffalo.
Oh, they absolutely let one slip. They should be undefeated right now.
Exactly. So I think they come back with a chip on their shoulder, and they're gonna play good football and get that dub for sure.
They damn sure took it out on the Browns. They gave them belt to ass.
Yeah.
But moving on to another wonderful segment, the segment that a lot of people come here specifically for, especially if you are a gambling mofo or a DGen like some of the people that we know. There's a wonderful segment where we like to put our money on. We like to call that Best Bets. So, when it comes to Best Bets, don't mind if I do. I guess I could pop it off.
Pop it. Who you got?
We touched on the Baltimore Ravens, who beat the brakes off the Cleveland Browns. And unfortunately for the Cleveland Browns, as much as I've shown them love over the past couple of years, I feel like they're walking right back into another buzzsaw from another buzzsaw. I think that Green Bay Packers defense is a brick wall. And for that reason, I am going to take the Green Bay Packers -7 versus the Cleveland Browns. 7 is a high point spread, but I do think that the Browns will just have such a hard time scoring on the Green Bay Packers, and it puts them into bad field positions. I think the Packers end up in the good field positions, and I think it's a lot going on offensively where they can actually move the ball enough for this to be a lopsided game. So give me the Green Bay Packers -7 versus the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to start. Is it Dylan Gabriel or Joe Flacco? Either or, it's going to be a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. I don't care.
And then if
which.
you got all that pressure and you can't move, it's over with.
It's
so
bad.
if it's Joe Flacco, yeah, that's a great
Michael
bet.
Parsons. Micah Parsons was an absolute menace against Jaden Daniels. I feel like every time the camera was on Jaden Daniels, it was also on Micah Parsons because he was right there next to him. And that's not supposed to be the case.
I said this last night. I said, if you watch a football game, NFL game, the one position that works the hardest out of all positions is going to be defensive linemen.
Yeah.
And edge rushers.
They always battle.
The pass rushers work the hardest out of every position there is on the football field.
Every play, they don't have no breaks.
No, all gas, no breaks. They're trying to dive at quarterbacks. Like them big boys, if they getting close on defensive tackles, they diving at the quarterback's leg.
Bumping up against 300-pound guys like every play and trying to get around them or beat them like every play. So absolutely, I agree with that. That's a great take.
Yeah. Next one.
Next one I got, sorry, but I got to take the Kansas City Chiefs -6 versus the New York Football Giants for the simple fact that Kansas City absolutely cannot go down 0-3.
Yeah. But you think they'll win by 6 points?
Actually, yeah, because I think they're pissed. I think they pissed that they lost these 2 games. I think Andy Reid is going to pull out some special plays. The New York Giants defense, as you so eloquently stated, has already not been defensing as much as we thought they would defense at the beginning of this game. And Patrick Mahomes is not the guy to not be defensing against. I'm going to just be honest with you. So, for that reason, I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs -6, even though that is high.
It's high.
But I'm gonna take the bait and I'm going to take it.
Okay.
Are the Chiefs at home?
Nope. It's a Giants home opener.
It's a Giants home opener? Yeah, still.
Yeah.
But a team that I do know is at home is Boat Up. Los Angeles Chargers. They're the favorite, -3 against the Denver Broncos in a third division game to open the season. I don't know who hated them so bad that they gave them 3 division games.
I don't know if it's that they hated them or they blessed them.
Or they blessed them. But
to get a possibly a 3-game lead in the division.
But you got a chance to go up 3-0 in the division, and the point spread is 3. The way they've been playing, Digger the kicker setting records. He got 3 viable wide receivers out there. Justin Herbert. He got some blocking on the offensive line. He got Najee ain't really done that much yet. But Omari Hampton hadn't done a whole lot.
No, he fumbled last night.
Yeah, but you do got some promise at running back. You definitely got some great wide receiver play right now. You got a great quarterback. You got some blocking, and you got a hellified defense. For that reason, I'm going to take the Los Angeles Chargers. I might just run with the Chargers until they lose.
Why not?
To be honest, because the next 5 weeks of their schedule is looking very winnable. This is another tough division matchup, but this is also their home opener. I'm going to take the Chargers -3 versus Denver Broncos, man. They dropped one against Daniel fucking Jones. Give me the Chargers, man.
I got you.
Green Bay, KC, Los Angeles Chargers.
Is it my turn yet?
What do you got?
All right. So I'm not mad at those bets. I'm a little concerned about the Chargers with Denver, but
I can understand that.
Division game, but I'm not mad at them.
I understand.
I'm going to go this way with it, okay? My first bet, I'm going something completely unorthodox of me. I'm taking scrubs. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm taking the first game I got the Las Vegas Raiders 3.5 versus Washington.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels, he has some kind of foot injury or something like that they monitor. They're monitoring a foot injury. He's day to day, so I'm not sure if he's
my quarterback.
Not sure if he's gonna play or not. So
like it.
We'll see if he plays. If he doesn't play, good. Give me 3.5. The Vegas Raiders. I think
I would bank on Mariota if I were you.
Yeah, give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders. They got the 3.5. They got the hook. I can see that. One thing about Washington, they don't have a run game. They do not have a run game in the way that.
I don't know if they gonna use Bill or not, but y'all need to go ahead and try it if you're gonna try it.
Yeah, they don't have a run game, and then the way that the Raiders played the Chargers in their run game was pretty good. They didn't let Omari Hampton go crazy. They didn't let Najee Harris get loose or anything like that. So
Max Crosby was a shadow for Justin Herbert in that game.
So you telling me that they good at stopping the run and Washington doesn't have a run game? I'm taking the Raiders 3.5. The next one is going to be the 2-0 Arizona Cardinals. They're playing San Francisco. No Brock Purdy. He's out for a couple weeks. So give me the Cardinals. The Cardinals defense has definitely improved.
It is Christian McCaffrey and Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, the Chargers defense. The Cardinals defense has definitely improved with their rookie cornerback Will Johnson. He's been playing lights out, phenomenal lockup corner. So give me the Arizona Cardinals +2 in a close division game. My next one is going to be the Los Angeles Rams +3.5. They're playing Philadelphia. This is one of those rematches from the playoffs last year, that snow game that Saquon got off on. So give me the Los Angeles Rams 3.5. If you give me the hook, I'm taking the hook.
You love the hook.
Give me the hook. I'm taking
love the hook.
Yeah.
Now I will say
Vegas, Cardinals, Rams.
Last week in this segment, meant to say this before I started talking, but last week in this segment, I went 2-1. You went 1-2.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It was close though.
But I said that to say that the hook was actually the one that hit for you. The Falcons did not only cover, but they won.
Yeah, I saw that.
By a large margin at that. So, the hook has been friendly to you, so may it be friendly to you again, my friend.
Yep.
You got some good dogs, though, as far as point spreads, especially given the circumstances and the teams that they're playing against.
It's all about the quarterback for the first two.
For sure. I think the Rams one is the main one that I'm kind of concerned about because, Philly is still Philly. It's the reason why we changed the name to Besides the Eagles.
Yeah, but the Rams still a young, good defense.
Though.
They got improvements in the wide receiver room.
We're good.
Yeah.
They are good.
Yeah, so I give them the benefit of the
but,
doubt.
Speaking of dogs and the one that I'm petting over here, in another final wonderful segment that we have before we let the people go, the folks still need to know, besides Remy, what is your dog of the week?
All right, so I'm going to go against my boy on this one. Big time fan. I'm going to take the Houston Texans to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Who are you going against?
Tim. But I think Houston didn't have a good showing. They played okay. The offense just wasn't clicking that well.
They not generating enough of a run game without Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Nick Chubb, he scored a touchdown, which was good for him. But other than that, it was like the pass rush just kept affecting C.J. Stroud. He kept getting sacked. Tampa Bay is bringing the heat, but that's Tampa Bay. But that's Tampa Bay though. That's Todd Bowles dialing up that blitz, dialing up that pressure. So
and Will Anderson made some plays, and the Houston defense made some plays to keep them in it to make it very winnable.
Yeah, for sure.
But they just couldn't make plays.
I'm a fan of Houston's defense, especially like all across the board from the D line to the secondary. Derek Stingley and Kamari Lassiter on the edges, on the ends. That's going to be a good matchup to watch when they playing against Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. So those are going to be good matchups to watch there. I think Jacksonville is pretty solid as far as their defensive line and defensive front goes, so they will affect CJ. But I think at the end of the day. This loss that Houston just swallowed at home versus Tampa Bay on that last final drive is going to, push them a little bit to get this W. I think they're on because they're 0-2 right now, right? Or 1-1.
Houston?
Yeah.
1-1.
They 1-1. So yeah, this is a divisional game for them. So I think they're going to do what they got to do to get the job done. And I'm still not sold on Jacksonville just yet.
I definitely wasn't.
I'm not sold on them yet.
But
that's my dog, Houston.
I like that pick. Hell, that was gonna be my pick at one point. Will Anderson has been a menace, and he made some plays happen. Love Will Anderson. I think he can definitely wreak some havoc. Maybe even get another sack against Trevor Lawrence and that Jacksonville offensive line. Tease it. Prop alert.
Prop.
But my dog of the week. I'm going to go with a team that I have traditionally not gotten along very well with their fans, but I took a recent trip to Dallas, and the fans in Dallas actually restored some of my faith in them because they're actually not as delulu.
They're not.
As I
It took
thought.
a couple years to get there, though.
in Dallas.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I mean, but you know, we're not getting too carried away.
They're not. They're not. A lot of Dallas fans I've spoken to recently the same way
while having conversations.
Yeah.
So, for that reason, I'm gonna take the Dallas Cowboys as a dog.
I don't see
in
how
this
they
game.
are underdog against Chicago.
And that's the main reason, because
How?
I just don't see why the Dallas Cowboys. It is close though. It's not like a huge spread or nothing, but I just don't feel like they should be the dog at all against the Chicago Bears. I mean, they haven't been playing well. The Bears just have not been playing well.
Yeah.
So there's no reason they
At
should
least
be
Dallas
anybody's favorite.
offense show like they can score. And
Dallas
do
put
stuff.
up 40 points.
Yeah, they can score.
Let's
and
be
do
clear.
Stuff. Yeah.
They put up 40 points, and they have managed to win a game, and they did play a good game against the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Jalen Carter, missing all those dynamics? But regardless, I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys as my dog of the week just for that reason. Keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Let's just stick to it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. And with all that being said, that's all we got.
That's it.
So, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Keep showing us love so we can keep showing it back.
Yeah, chat.
I hopped on live, gave a little recap after Thursday Night Football. Let me get some feedback. Let me know if y'all want me to do that again. If y'all want Ty to jump in.
No.
He likes to pretend like he's busy. He's the type of person be laying in his bed and act like, oh, I'm at the gym, bro. And then decline the call, text you back. I'm at the gym, bro. He's in his room sleep. But regardless, the show must go on.
Yeah.
So like I said, make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. Talk to me and we talk back. Give us some props. Drop them in the comments. Hop on the live. Talk to us in the comments. Give us some feedback on what you want to see. I'm going to call some friends. Some friends going to call me. And we going to parlay and make this thing work. Anything else you got to say to the people, man?
Let's sign out, man. Parlays.
Making money line plays. Make these bets continue to pay.
That's it.
And we will see you guys another day.
Peace out. We out.
Parlay.